Peace, this is Star with the Star Blooms. The message that I got was actually a vision that I received about a girl, a young lady who it basically went towards her dreams, but she was being attacked. This was so powerful. And a lot of symbology in it too. Like I seen so many like shapes and stuff like that, but she's basically I want to speak to the high rate of it, but I want to speak and allow the message to build itself because it's necessary. A lot of people don't know. A lot of y'all don't know that y'all be messing with people who have a bigger role to play in society. And it's not up for you to 331. It's not up for you to I don't know why I'm hearing like write in your own personal script to make you main character in somebody else's story. And I'm seeing Rose. Um because you didn't live out your life. And there's a lot of chosen beings who are coming into their rate of awakening, their rate of self-identifying. And this is and could be the case. So the vision that I had was basically a young woman who has always been a caretaker. She took care of kids when she was a kid. She would watch kids. It's just something in her heart that made her want to give back to the kids and how she nurtured these kids. It was so much more than just like her babysitting on the weekends. She was so intentional with her energy. And I could see, I don't want to share too much about like her plans, but I could see like the plans that she had and what she wanted to create and how she had this desire to basically make these, I'll call them stations, where she gets to basically have these children and she gets to do, all of these different activities, how it's so much more to her basically taking up space and time in these little giants days. It's like she was literally creating space for them to be able to have a release, giving them the opportunity to be able to relax while still learning, allowing them to cultivate friendships and connections the right way and not having these rates of abandonment. She's even went far enough to where she had even considered having psychological tests done on the people who would be present in the facilities that she was cultivating and how she was creating. And I was so offended when I got the message because I recognized what was happening with her. She has all of these desires to move forward, and what she's creating, what she's cultivating was so powerful. It was so important to the Most High because the kids are what's being attacked, and there's not a lot of places where you could actually trust your babies being sent to. And to be able to have a facility that's not just a day care, but it's actually I don't know why I feel like it's like I don't want to really speak to the details of it because I don't want to give her idea away. And it's always going to be opportunities for other people to basically show up because everything is everything, right? It was so important for this message to basically be within me because I recognize how it shows up on so many different levels of us. People come in and they feel like it's just a little thing that this person 404. It's just a little thing that this person is doing. All they ain't doing nothing. They just been watching kids. Oh, so you got a little business now. Putting their mouth on something that was very sacred and very, very powerful, important to the Most High. And they didn't recognize the backlash that would come from them basically not pouring into this space that was meant to be an anchor for this new timeline and this new generation. Being in a space where we recognize that we're in a season of, people being revealed, things coming to fruition, us being able to have all of these, like the great release, all of the information that's available to us, all of the opportunities where we get to basically have like the veil ripped off and torn apart, not necessarily just because it's just moved off and you get to see just because you get to see. Nah, you working at actually erasing this veil based off of how you're showing up in nurture of who it is that you are at your true rate. And the more you align to that which is true within you that's connected to soul, the more the veil it envelops itself within you, and you start to perceive at a higher rate. Recognizing that this young lady had been at such a pure, authentic space with herself, and she had been so dedicated to nurturing what she truly desired. She was being guided in the ways that she was moving and discerning, and to be so surrounded by people who felt like her going towards to basically open up her facilities and stuff, as far as her being to take care of these kids, and just to be, it's more than that. It was so much more than that. Whoever you are, continue to move forward, because the Most High has you. And it's so vital that you know that this season, it is, yes, Spirit, it's your fate, right? You about to come 555. You about to come into contact with fate. And the reality of it is that a lot of people don't recognize that these energies that we speak on a lot of the times, they move, right? And it's so real for us. And we don't have to sit at a rate of always wanting to wait for Saturn to come back around to be the redemption for people's actions and behaviors, or even being at a rate to where we're in conflict with ourselves, wondering if we've done wrong because people aren't in support of our business, or in support of our wanting to give us, because they didn't want to give her flowers. They wanted to make it the little thing, because all of these, it's so many people who sit up in positions that are catered towards in the community, such as like they give a race of authority because they need this title. This is their life, right? Because they haven't allowed themselves to live in their experience. They've been in existence of the title that they've been able to ascertain, whatever rate that they went through to go to this position that they've acquired. And they get mad at people who show up being themselves and who don't have to sacrifice or surrender so much of themselves in order to be who it is that they truly innately are. So when they get to that space that they're desiring that they will have the opportunity to get to, they are still at a rate of at least being able to exemplify something that's true to their core. There's a lot of people we are in the midst of right now, where we're basically only combating the reality that we didn't have to basically sell something that was so valuable to us for something that wasn't valuable to us in order for us to gain positions. We showed up in rate of appreciation of who it is that we truly desire to be. We love the race that we actually allow ourselves to basically envelop in. And because we love it so much, we give ourselves the opportunity to grow in it. We're excited about it, so we pour into it. We be the good investor that we make, so we continue to move forward in it. And it grows and it increases regardless of who shows up wanting to be in support of it. So it's a thing where we get to be at this rate one where we recognize, stop putting your mouths on people who are out here actually going towards and doing something for themselves at a rate that you may not necessarily be able to process or perceive, because you didn't allow yourself to align to that which was true in you. Allow yourself to be at a rate to where you even be careful about sitting in and amongst people who are comfortable in gossip, putting their mouths on things that are sacred and favored by the Most High. A lot of y'all are in representation of the opposite of what you are entitled of, right? And you don't recognize that a lot of the times people have the assistance of something that's so much greater and so farther beyond the spectrum that you've been able to perceive, because you may still be in veil of yourself. Be a representation of honoring your inner child at this point and allowing yourself to get to certain rates of pleasure, because you allow yourself to heal certain ancestral things that have been dormant within you, so you could be able to intuitively connect to that which is true to you. Whoever you are, baby girl, congratulations, because you're about to receive that which is necessary for you to move forward. And it doesn't matter who showed up wanting to basically create any type of interferences. You're about to be in a space to where you get to reunite with the spaces and the places of you that you may have wanted to push away in the seasons that you have had to experience, through the turmoil that you've had to cultivate and through the lessons that you had to grow through, because of how you've been in your mindset, because of how you've been allowing yourself to stop repeating patterns. You're about to receive a rate in fate that nobody could take away from you, because it's destined. Bless you. And good job letting go of the things that wasn't for you. You got it. I'm in support of you. Peace.